Good evening, everyone. Well, good morning in New Zealand. It is Halloween weekend at the Evergreen semi-ghost town. Maybe we will just take a look and see what there is to see. Thanks all. Hi. Okay, this is the main dorm. This is called A dorm. There have been some others built since that are actually like brand spanking new. So it's a Sunday night. And we will see what the action is here in the dorms. Okay. And yes, I was a student here a long time ago, and at some point we'll kind of maybe get more into that. I just wanted to just kind of do a quick little Halloween walk around and see kind of just what is going on. It's a little bit on the quiet side. This is kind of the main sort of hub here. There's kind of where the action is tonight. So this is the kind of hangout, but I'm not seeing anybody there. So this was where I really thought I would see the most people, would be here. Let's see what's going on over here. This is a little kind of 24-hour. You know, this is kind of pathetically sad to see this, because this used to be a little cafe that was run by students with food from the organic farm. And then the cafeteria had a fit about it and completely shut it down. So look at it now. Once again, if something's working, they shut it down here. That's one thing that I noticed. It was maybe one of the few things that I actually liked. It was actually a bigger room too, so it looks like they somehow cut it off. And I've noticed that a lot here with the architecture. A lot of things have been kind of just cut up, cut off, cut out, and just kind of weird. So here we are once again. And these are more of what I would call the original dorms. A dorm, B dorm, C dorm, and D dorm. I remember a really fancy place that was over in here once where the guy that was running it. Do you see that? How he had like this hanging bed and hanging chairs, and it was like, wow, is this really a dorm? This is really nice. And then you've got all of these. And back when I was here, people would jump from there. They would take LSD and they would just fling themselves. And there was kind of a cover-up about that. And yes, somebody did ask me about housing. I was here a long time ago. I don't know if that's still going on or not at this time. I was attending here when there was somebody who was president named Joe Olander. And I think the Daily Olympian, the newspaper, found out his real name was Giuseppe Oleandre, and he was on the Witness Protection Program. What a great thing, huh? Witness Protection Program. Go be the president of an obscure and strange college, right? And so at that time, I met somebody probably really around this time, actually, around Halloween, who said, you know, I've got stuff on them. I know what they're up to. And I really thought he was kind of a bit of a big talker. This is someone who's now a monk in Thailand, a kind of larger than life individual. And then he was like, I'll prove it to you. And he would drive his car up on this, his own car. And this is a very policed college. You know, you can't be sort of anywhere without them kind of having surveillance. And he would show up in a car and he would drive me to class. And this was when the college was like a lot of people were here. And he would drive me onto Red Square, drop me off at class. He would just be outrageous. He would do outrageous things and never get in any trouble. And he said, I've got the dirt on them. They can't do anything to me. And it was like, oh my God. And that was when I kind of learned about the surveillance and had my own kind of weird experiences, especially with one. And you know, we can get into that sort of the whole philosophy of it if you're talking about, like, say, you know, this is like an MK Ultra school, which is what I really feel that it was designed as. If you've got the professors, they've only got the kids a few hours a day. You know, the people that can really mess with your minds are the housing people. And it's funny, I just saw these mushrooms because one of my personal creepy experiences was I was asleep once in my mod. They have mods here too, not just dorms. A lot of these are psychedelic. A lot of the students eat these before class. And they would, I remember waking up in the night and I was actually alone at that point, and the mods are houses that are further down. They're not the dorms. And there was this man, and he was one of the dorm fathers, the mod father, and he was sitting with a can of Folgers coffee, empty can, filled with dried mushrooms instead, on my couch. And I didn't even know him. I knew him that he was a housing guy, but that was all. And his name was Jim. That was like all. And it was 2 a.m, and he's in my place, just sitting there, like tripping his brains out on mushrooms, going, hey there, you know? And it was just like, what? So yeah, they, in fact, when I was here, you actually could not work for housing unless you had gone through something called LifeSpring, which was sort of, I guess, like a poor man's est or a rich man's est, I don't know. But that was definitely something that was happening. Now, this is where I felt there was overbuiltness going on. I don't know if I told you all, but there was an original plan at the college so that there would not be overbuilding. It was kind of a donated happy hunting ground, not to get confused with Ted Bundy, who did come out here quite often, and he did snag at least one student. But then they, just a couple of years ago, they suddenly ripped out, and they said, oh, we lost the original plans. But they ripped out really nice woods here and just kind of jammed in these little, just kind of a lot of cheap dorms that probably have no one in them now. Once again, you know, I see some lights on in a couple, but they are way overbuilt here, way underutilized, and I saw yet another homeless village downtown tonight I didn't even know about. So that's pretty incredible too, that we didn't do that. So we will anyway, have a great night, everybody. I kind of saw less than I even thought I would see. I don't know. I'm sorry if it was a little bit dull for people here. There's just like, this is Halloween weekend, you know? This is like something, and I'm just really not seeing it. So we will be back out here next week and we shall see what is going on and maybe even try to snag an interview or two. And I will also be showing you, hopefully, the new homeless encampment that I found today. It was huge. It was humongous. It was just in a part of town I just don't go to. So I really thank you all for your time and your most amazing comments ever. So if you're a parent, this is it. This is the college, and wow, it sure is kind of shut her down. So once again, have a great night, everybody. Take care. Bye.